Okay, so RSNAV for Mercedes all installed. So it boots up pretty quick into the Android OS, loads up, and I've got it set to start power amp right out of the gate. I've got the command controls in the Mercedes, which is the same as the MMI. So I can just click the back button, go back to the home screen. So this is what's called the MBUX, Mercedes Benz UX, or user experience. You can see that it's quite a bit different from the Audi interface. This is where you go to get into the factory system. It's already set to aux, so I didn't have to deal with anything with the aux. Pretty boring, not much there. Of course, touchscreen, go back to the Android, same as the Audi systems. It's got the dashboard, of course all the apps. And of course you can touch screen as well to go through. It's also got CarPlay built in. I use the wired version for it. The settings. So all the new S4 settings and screens are in here, same as it would be for the Android or for the Audi systems. Sound effects, I've got it set to flat. I'm not doing any adjustments here. It's also got the time alignment as well. So I've got a little bit of delay on the right hand channel. If I go into power amp, sound is really good. So I'm using the digital analog converter, so SPDIF out to the digital analog converter. The converter I've got sitting up behind, well, beside the radio, I guess. In here there's a little bit of a cavity, so that ended up being the best place to put that. To do the wiring harness, you have to make sure that all of the extra wiring is not behind the factory radio, otherwise you're never going to get that back in. It's a bit of a challenge to get the harness down below it. In behind the AC controls, there's a lot of room for the extra harness or wiring or anything else, so you can tuck that in there. What I've done is I've hardwired in another cigarette lighter. So I basically paired off of the factory cigarette lighter and went up into a second one. In there I've got a USB-C charger. I forget what brand it was, but it's a good brand. So it's USB-C to lightning cable. So this is what I use to charge my phone, so that I get a really good charging. And then if I want to go into CarPlay, then I've got this other one that's wired into the CarPlay. Of course it has to be unlocked, and there it goes, and loads up CarPlay. So pretty quick. Yeah, maps, everything else loads up pretty good. And there's there's no problem with losing bass or anything else using, again, the DA audio for this. It's really good. It sounds amazing. Yeah. And then of course back into the Android side of things. I don't know if you can tell from the audio, but there's loads of bass. The audio sounds really nice. Let's see, GPS, let's check the GPS test. So yeah, really good signal, accuracy plus or minus 4 meters. Pretty good signals all the way across the board, so that's really good. I haven't played around with trying to connect into Bluetooth OBD2 yet. That'll probably be tomorrow after work. I'll probably poke around with that and see what I can do with that. Yeah, and I'm working on trying to set up the Auto Apps, Auto Tools, Tasker, and everything else to get rid of the navigation. And of course, if you long press on these buttons, so like navigation, I've changed it to fire up Waze. That's what I tend to like to use. But I want to get rid of the status part at the top, and I know there's an article on how to use Tasker and everything else to do that, so I'll be doing that shortly. But yeah, loving it. Of course, the dimming, it knows that it's dark enough outside, it dims the screen and everything else. But yeah, Bluetooth, so it ties into your phone. You get this here. I haven't synced it to the contacts, so none of my contacts are showing up. But that I just need to do later. 4 buttons to get to here. Play Store. Like I say, everything loads up really quick. Super responsive. Yeah, very happy. Very happy. Daniel, you have nailed this. Super awesome. So that's about it for now. I'll keep playing around with it, and I'll try and upload some more videos. I took a whole bunch of videos of doing the actual install, how to show how to do it, and well, the GLK at least. Oh yeah, so one of the things here, if we go back to the car, oops. Back. On this thing here in the Mercedes, do not set it to boost. It sounds terrible. It's really bad. I guess it's trying to boost the bass and the treble, and it just starts distortion like crazy, so it's really bad. Stay in standard, it's perfect. Yeah, just leave that there. Yeah, like I say, none of the issues with aux was already enabled, so I didn't have any problems with that. That's a common thing, so audio worked right away. And yeah, loving it. It's such a nice big screen, and this it fits really well in here. I've got the 12.3 and I got the 12.3 in my Audi as well, but it seems smaller in here, so I love the nice big screen size. Lots of real estate for whatever I'm doing, watching, listening to, whatever. So yeah, really happy with it. Yeah, more to come.